everyone. Thanks for joining me again here at Kaylee's Corner. I'm so glad that you're here. I wanted to go ahead and share with you a little something that the Lord's been working in my life personally with, and hope that it can be some encouragement for you guys. So if you've noticed my hair transformation process as we've gone through all of these videos, if you've been here for a little while, you've kind of gotten to see my entire process of changing my hair, and just like each little bit you guys have been able to see what I've been doing, and just, you know, all the fun stuff that you get to do as a girl and get to change your hair and all those things. So for those people who don't know, I am naturally a brunette, very, very dark brown hair. You can just go ahead and take a look at my profile picture, you'll see. And so it's really been interesting because I feel like God has just been really talking and like speaking to me through this whole hair transformation process for me, as I've been going from, you know, the really dark hair to a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, and a little bit lighter. And as you can see today, we're working on a lot more blonde, which I'm really excited about. And also I've kind of changed the cut and just, you know, kind of just been changing my look, which has been really fun. I haven't done something like that for quite a while. And I was just praying with the Lord about, you know, like what are you speaking to me through this? And it's just really been his heart has just been that, like, I get to choose who I am now. And, you know, we as people, we get to choose, you know, who we portray we are to the world, good or bad, you know, if it's real or authentic, or if it's kind of that fake side. But also we get to choose, you know, what does this transformation process look like? How fast do we want to go through it? How slow? You know, just like there's a good majority that I feel like we have been going through a transformation process. And as great as it is to be able to physically see my hair transforming, we don't really get to see our transformation on the inside, at least until we get to the point where like we actually can look back and be like, wow, God, like we feel different. We feel like we were a changed person. But sometimes when we're in the middle of that, I certainly know for myself, I just feel really down. I feel like the world is trying to come against me. I have been trying so hard to be so diligent in all of the areas of my life, and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. I feel like I am crawling at a snail's pace of waiting and then trying and then acting and then waiting and then trying and then acting, and just like this vicious cycle of going in circles and circles and circles. And I'm like, all right, God, when am I going to be done with this transformation process? And so this is for all of you guys who really resonate with like, yes, I have been in the fire. I have been being refined. I have been feeling all of the things coming against me, all of the stuff from my past coming back up, and just, you know, really feeling like that caterpillar, you know, stuck in its cocoon process. And so my encouragement for you is that really everyone's transformation process looks different, how long it takes, and just, you know, who we are when we go in and who we come out is really no one else's business except yours and God's. Like, I know for myself, I tend to get caught up in looking to the people around me, or at least to the, you know, the world around me, and definitely seeing like, okay, wow, well they sure look like they went way faster than me, or they're already over here. I mean, look at them, they're doing that, you know, and then I tend to put the pressure on myself of, all right, you need to hurry up. We got to get through this thing because I want to get to the other side. And so I don't know, I just really want to try to take that pressure off, that it has to be a certain thing, it has to look a certain way, or you have to be done at a certain time, or you have to come out looking and being and feeling a certain thing, you know, like I just want to remind you and like try to take that pressure off, that it is a beautiful journey that no one else gets to take except you and God. And it might take a little while, like as hard as that is to accept, and it's not what we want to hear, I can promise you that this is not something that you want to cut corners with. It's not something that you want to try to, jump to the finish line before you're ready. And you're not going to be able to. All you're going to do is like find yourself going back around in another circle. So anytime that you're starting to feel like rushed in I need to be done, I need to be healed, I need to be moving on, my thought patterns should be different by now, I should be able to, implement these new habits, and, I'm doing all these new things, and why isn't anything sticking, and why does everything feel so hard and so heavy, and it's just like everything feels like it's coming against me. God, I'm ready to be done with this, and you're ready to jump out of that season. My encouragement would be to you that just kind of like my hair process here, it has been taking months. And it is, each time I would change a little something, I would have to get used to it. Because, even just looking in the camera here, or, catching my reflection in the mirror, I barely recognize myself right now because I've never been this blonde before, and just, I feel different, and I wanted to be able to portray that, like I've been working on myself, and it's an outwardly expression of how I've been feeling on the inside, and everything that God's been doing on the inside of me is starting to come out. But to go back to it, that we have to take time to get used to our new self each time we take a step. So from the first time I cut my hair, then it took a month or two, and I allowed myself to, understand myself a little better and get used to that. How do you put your hair in a ponytail? How do you curl your hair? All of those fun things. But I had to get used to it. And then I took another step and I cut a little more hair off, and then I had to get used to that for a month or two. And then I'm like, oh, I want some color. So then I added some color to it, and then that took definitely a couple months to get used to. And then this time I went in like, yes, this is what I want. I want to feel light and bright and new, and I want to feel good because I'm feeling good. And now here I am, already in this process of, okay, now I'm gonna have to get used to this new part of me, this new side of me. And so I just really feel like that's what God's heart is that he's moving it may feel like he's moving at a slow speed for you, but he wants you to get used to, and he wants you to get comfortable with, and he wants you to find your confidence every step of the way. He doesn't want you to jump from point A to point B and then get to point B and be like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, I'm gonna jump back into my old life. No, he wants you to be made new, and he wants you to live in that newness. He doesn't want you to jump back and forth and back and forth. He wants you to embrace it every step of the way, so that as we keep going, we can keep evolving, and we can keep becoming more confident, and keep, embracing ourselves and finding our true and authentic part of ourselves, and being able to express that into the world around us. And so I just really feel like his heart is that it's gonna take some time, and that he is not expecting you to have it all figured out. He has not put a time frame on you. I can promise you that. God is not over here saying, all right, you better be ready in 3 months, or you better, get your mindset shifted because you're gonna go here in 6 months. He is not the one putting this pressure on us, or, oh, you're 25, you better be able to do this, or you're reaching 35, you better be able to do this. No, that's what society has told us. That is like the world around us is telling us we need to hurry up, we need to hurry up, we need to hurry up. And I just really want to take that pressure off and just allow ourselves to find ourselves. Honestly, like that's what this is. That's what the transformation process is. That's what the healing process is. That is like what it is. Before we can come out being the beautiful butterfly on the other side, break out of our cocoon, we've got to know ourselves first. And I just really feel like I would rather go a little slower so that I can get to know myself and I can become comfortable with myself along the way, that I'm not on the other side confused or fearful or misunderstood. I walk out on the other side and I am confident, and I know who I am, and then we can help other people around us. And so that's really what the transformation process is. That's really what God is doing in your life. That's what he's been doing in my life. And really the biggest encouragement out of all of this is that it's okay if it's taking some time. It's okay if it's been taking months. It's okay if it's been taking years. I mean, just think about how far you've already come. Every single thing that you've implemented, every new habit that you've tried to teach yourself, every new mindset that you're, retraining your mind to think this way, or you're dropping these habits and you're picking up these habits, every single thing that you are implementing along the way. I mean, go back and look at where you started. I can even imagine how far you are. And so if we just continue that process a little bit at a time, and then get used to it, and then feel comfortable with it, feel comfortable in your new skin, feel comfortable in this new part of you, that new mindset, that new heart set, whatever it is that God is implementing into your life, he wants you to feel comfortable with it. And then he can give you a little bit more. So if you're fighting feeling comfortable, if you're fighting accepting it, if you're fighting against yourself and against God, then it's going to take more time, and it's going to feel harder, and it's going to feel like a burden, or even like you're being punished. And that is not God's heart. That is not what he's doing. He's not punishing you. It's not that he doesn't like you how you are, or he thought that you weren't good enough already. No, like he loves you exactly how you are right now, who you are today, everything that you've done. He has accepted you, and I mean, he died for you before you even knew him. And so it's not a burden, and you're not being punished. He just wants you to be able to accept it and embrace it every step of the way. And then he can give you a little more and give you a little more. And before you know it, you're going to come out this beautiful butterfly. And then you get to go fly into the world, and you get to go help other people find themselves as well, because now you are living in your true self. You are living in your authentic self. You are who you are supposed to be. You're not some watered down version. You're not some fake version. You're not some wannabe version of yourself. You put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the money, you put in everything, you put in all of you to find you and to embrace the you that God created you to be. And so, I don't know, I guess I just really wanted to remind you that if it feels like it's taking a long time, that's okay. You're gonna come out on the other side, and he's going to continue to lead you. He has not brought you this far to just leave you. He's not that guy. He's not that kind of God. He didn't just bring you here and then be like, oh, good luck, you're on your own now. No, he's going to keep taking you to the next level, to the next step, give you the next ideas, everything that is blooming inside of you. He's going to continue to water and going to continue to flourish within yourself so that it can start to be coming out of you. So if you're in the rocky area in that transformation process, I encourage you to just dig deep, think about who you've already become. Think about all the work that you've already put in, and think about who you've already become, and love that version of yourself right here, right now. If we can't do that, then we can't get to the next part of us. We can't get to that deeper part of us. So start here, start right where you're at, right here, right now. You love yourself. You are amazing. You are loved. You are cherished. You are adored. You have been given amazing gifts from God above. He has an amazing calling on your life. He loves you more than life itself. And he died for you. He died for you. There is nothing that you can do that's going to take that away from you. He died for you. He loves you unconditionally. So let's go ahead and try to do that for ourselves too, so that then we can continue on to that next level of finding ourselves, finding that deeper level of ourselves, and just becoming more authentic, becoming more true to who we are and who God created us to be. And just kind of like the process of, all the girls, they understand me here, going from brown to blonde, changing your hairstyle, any of those things, they take time. If you want them to come out really good, they've got to take time. They're not something that you can rush. You don't want to kill your hair. You don't want it to fall out. You want it to stay healthy. You want to stay healthy in this whole process too. God doesn't want you to come out just, all dead because you're so exhausted from doing this whole process. No, he wants you to be thriving and loving yourself and just feeling, just feeling new in the process of it. Not just waiting to get to the other side and thinking, oh, that's when I'm going to feel better. Oh, that's where the promise is. Oh, nothing else really matters until I can get to the other side. It's really more embracing where we're at right here, where we're at right now, who we are right now, who we want to be is a great thing to work towards, but all we have is right here and right now, and to embrace that. So I guess I kind of feel like I'm going in circles here. So I guess I just really pray that this is encouraging to you, that God has not brought you this far, and he's certainly not going to leave you now. He's going to bring you all the way through. We're going to see the beautiful butterfly that you are, and just to know that you're not alone and that you're not being punished, that this transformation process may feel difficult. It really does. I know how difficult it can feel. But what's on the other side is going to be worth it. And above all, you are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it to work on that mindset. You are worth it to work on your heart set. You are worth it to work on your body, on your health, on everything that you are. You are worth it. The future you will thank you for everything that you are doing right now. And I know I'm trying to learn how to be better friends with myself. I don't want to be fighting against myself all the time. I don't want to feel like we are enemies. I want to be one. I want to be friends with myself. I want to be best friends with her. I don't want to be fighting her anymore. Like, it is so difficult when we're fighting ourselves to be able to accomplish anything in this world. So, just know that you are worth it, and that you are worthy right now. You're not waiting to find your worthiness when you get there, because we're never going to get there. You're going to reach one level and then you're going to continue on to the next level. So it's ever evolving. It's always changing. It's always growing. But with God, it's going to be a wonderful ride. It's going to be a beautiful journey if we allow him in. Just let him clean all that dirt out. Let him clean all the old out and let him replace it with the new. He just wants to give you the new. And then he allows you time to get used to that. He allows you to get used to your new hair, to get used to the new fun you, to get used to that new mindset and those new thoughts and all of these new things that he's wanting you to do. And it's so exciting, but also terrifying, because we need some time to get used to it. We need time to get comfortable in it, get comfortable in your own skin again. And then we can jump out and go and do what he's called us to do. So I wanted to go ahead and just read a little bit of scripture over you that I really feel is really important for this word. The first one is from 2 Corinthians, and this one is just, if you don't hear anything else in this word, I feel like this one is just amazing. We need to know this about ourselves. We need to read this over ourselves. So therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old is gone. It is gone. You don't have to live in the past. You are not that old self anymore. For the old has gone and the new is here. Declare that over yourself right now. I declare that over you. I declare it over my life. The new is here. We are no longer our old self. We are no longer those old habits, those old thought patterns. We are new. We are a new creation in God. I mean, today just happens to be Good Friday, that Jesus died on the cross to give us this new life, that we are made new in him. Nothing we have to do. He just already did it. So we are new. We need to know that. We are made new in him. And then Matthew 9 says, neither do people pour new wine into the old wineskins. If they do, these skins will burst. The wine will run out, and both the wine and the wineskins will be ruined. No, what they do is they pour new wine into new wineskins, and both of them are preserved. God wants you to be able to hold what he's giving you. He doesn't want you to burst. He doesn't want it to burst you. He wants you to be able to hold on to it. He wants you to be able to obtain it and to, just let it flow through you. He doesn't want it to overtake you. And so when he wants to give you something new, a lot of the time he has to get rid of the old first. And that's what this transformation process is. And this last one I really like too. It's from Luke 5. It says, he told them this parable. Jesus told his disciples this parable. No one tears a piece out of a new garment to put on an old garment. Likewise, otherwise they will have torn the new garment, because the patch from the new won't match the old. The like elasticity from both of them won't be able to, they're not compatible, so it will rip. It won't look right, and it will rip. So I guess, really, long story short, all of this to remind you that God wants to fill you with the new. He wants to give you all of the new, all of the upgrade, all of the elevation, all of the increase. But he's not going to do that because he knows, if he knows that it's going to burst you. That's not his intention. He doesn't want it to burst you. So he wants you to take these little steps in this transformation process, in this healing process, and work your way to the point where those things are easily handed to you. He will give them to you. He will easily just place them in your hand when you're ready, when he knows that you can handle them, and when he knows that they will be received as a blessing and not a curse and not a weight, but that they will be a blessing to you. So I just pray above everything else that you would hear God's heart in this, that you would take it back to Jesus, and that he would be able to speak to you personally on what part of your process you're in, and what he's wanting to do with you in this time, during this season, whatever that looks like for you. I pray that he would give you divine insight. I pray that he would give you heavenly perspective, heavenly discernment, heavenly instructions to know what that looks like for you right here, right now. And above all else, I pray that you know how loved you are, that you know how adored you are, and how cherished you truly are. In God's sight, you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are his child. No matter what you do, no matter what you've done, he has already loved you, and he will continue to love you. And his son died on the cross for you, even before you accepted him, even before you knew who he was. This isn't something that you have to earn. This process, this transformation process, healing journey, whatever you want to call it, this is not something that will be done in your own strength or in your own might or by your own understanding. How you will get through this journey is by depending on him, taking every thought to him, going to him every hour of every day that you can find yourself needing to be filled up from him, and he will fill you up. He will fill you up overabundance. Your cup will be overflowing, and you will know who he is. And that is my prayer, that you would just have a beautiful, thriving, personal relationship with God, and know how loved you are, how cherished you are, and that he is with you. He is walking with you. He has not left you. He will not leave you, and he will get you to the other side. All right, I pray that you guys have a blessed day and a great Easter, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.